29 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go is where I long to roam. Night or day, I'm taking you all the way. 'Cause my heart screams, let me carry you home.
This Friday, after struggling to come up with a plan for the weekend's dinner, we settled on making our tried and true favorite biryani. Our search for a decent biryani in Germany was fruitless, so we set out to perfect the recipe on our own. Now, after all these attempts at it, I wouldn't go so far as to call it perfect, but it's definitely tasty enough to be called a biryani.
Showed me with sparkling white.
While I was remembering the recipe for biryani, I realized that it needed ginger garlic paste, which had gotten over just a night before. Now, when it comes to flavor, I much prefer homemade over store-bought, and I enjoy making big portions at home. Adding oil and salt to this paste, as I saw in a recipe online, extends its shelf life significantly. Some of you probably already know this stuff, and I'd be grateful if you'd share your tips with the rest of us. I'm whipping up a teeny tiny batch of this flavor explosion, and it should keep me going for a good few weeks. My ginger garlic paste was finished right as I was thinking of unrelated topics. I like to add a cute label and a little twine decoration on it.
Agree, your sympathy should be as shallow as my words, and I can see how your red blood beats more than I will know. Oh, little white, I come to you. I saw your flame jump into my blue blood veins, and I thought of you for all these years. Oh, little I confess.
Adding the correct masalas, specifically biryani masala, is the key to this dish's success as far as I can tell. Quickly roasting the masalas to bring out their flavors. While they are still hot from the roasting, sprinkle some kasuri methi over them. The heat and warmth of the masalas will do the job. I have to admit that at this point the house was completely filled with the heavenly aroma of roasted spices, and it began to distinctly feel like something special was cooking.
Let me get this off my chest. I love you. Forgive me. I hope you understand.
To finish, mix in some turmeric and freshly grated nutmeg before finally crushing everything together.
Hope you understand.
Just filled with my soul, and so I came to this place. I look
looking for a familiar face, and that's when I saw you. 'Cause you don't know me and I don't know you, but it breaks my heart. You're looking so blue on the...
For the sake of simplicity, let's break the process down into 3 main steps. Firstly, marinating the meat or vegetables, whatever you're using. This is the most time-consuming and crucial step. Secondly, preparing the rice. And thirdly, putting everything together. Now, briefly, if I had to tell you the ingredients for marination, those would be curd, fried onion, all of the spices and masalas mentioned in the description box, a dash of lemon, optional mint and coriander leaves, and most definitely ginger garlic paste. The chicken absorbs more or less of the marination flavor depending on how long you keep it in the fridge.
Looking for a familiar face, and that's when I met you. 'Cause you don't know me and I don't know you, but it breaks my heart. You're looking so blue on the first of the year. I just picked your name on the coffee cup. With a stroke of luck, the guy just messed up and gave your cup.
It turns out that making rice isn't too hard. I'll give you 3 suggestions. First, soak the rice for at least 30 minutes and no more than 45 minutes to 1 hour. Secondly, only add rice when the water comes to a full rolling boil. Add the rice that has been soaking in it immediately, taking care not to stir it too often with a spatula. Only 4 or 5 minutes in the water is all that's required, so don't worry. Spice up the water with whole spices to make the rice more fragrant and, I would say, biryani-like.
On the run, and I float in a wave.
Once I had learnt a basic recipe for this, there was no looking back. In all my years, this was the most flavorful and aromatic rice I had ever tasted. The wonderful dish was first introduced to me by my SO. For this dish, we sometimes double the ingredients in a single go and eat the excess serving the following day. If you're looking to switch things up the next time you make this flavorful meal, try adding some boiled potatoes or eggs. Including whole spices into the cooking rice water will bring miraculous results. Given that my family and I rarely eat them whole, I find it most convenient to remove them before mixing in the rice.
Praises to the bone, you can always find your way back home to a little shelter from the storm.
The time for the most fun part is here, and that is to assemble all the elements. I like to keep the chicken gravy at the bottom, post which comes the rice. Now I like to make 2 layers of rice here, it's totally optional. In the first layer, adding some chopped coriander and mint leaves along with a little sprinkle of biryani masala. In the next layer, add the remaining rice and all your flavoring agents like ghee, rose water if you'd like, etc. Coriander and mint leaves with a good sprinkle of fried onions are a must.
This time.
Here's better than my ears.
The cooking part for me is this ways: 5 minutes on high flame and then 10 to 15 minutes on very low flame with a good thick bottomed pan.
So fill my heart,
Fill my head,
fill my bones.
fill my breath.
Let us have a laugh that never forgets. My heart goes deeper than my mind. Sees farther than
Only after a long and trying work week do we begin to appreciate the worth of such small but delightful nights. Perhaps that's why it's said, work hard and party harder.
beats as you draw near.
This was my way of really letting loose and having a good time. And I'd love to see a show of hands from other people who feel the same way in the comment section. Cheers to this weekend and many more coming our way. Here's Home Gupshup signing off. Until next time, see ya later folks.